I'm so excited.
Me too. It's going to be so fun.
All right, I hit go live. We'll see
Okay.
how long it takes to pop up. Hello, everyone. I think we're live. I'm refreshing on my end to double check myself. Yes, we are.
We're live.
Cool. Happy freaking New Year, y'all. It's a New Year, same shit kind of situation, probably. Listen, absolutely no one is like 2023 is my year, so fair. And if you are, good for you. You're brave. So good afternoon. I hope everyone's doing well. Hi, Morgan. Hi,
Does
Mallory.
anybody do like words of the year, or is it just me?
I used to. And I stopped.
Okay.
I did the 12 grapes, 12 wishes yesterday.
That's what I did. I did my 12 grapes and wishes under the table.
I did not get under the table.
Oh, we were under the table, yeah.
I was
okay. I do not know this thing.
Okay,
so do please explain.
In the Latinx community, it's a thing. I'm not talking to you, Siri. Anyways, it's a thing in the Latinx community. And TikTok was serving me everyone's New Year's Eve traditions.
Okay.
And I was just like, all right, we're packing them in.
Yeah.
As much good vibes as we can bring and luck into 2023, we're taking it. So that was one of them, was like you eat 12 grapes and on each grape you make a wish for the year for each month, kind of.
Okay.
So we just kind of I sat cross-legged under the table and Grumps stretched out half under the table. Because he does not fit under the table.
Because my nephew was sick, we ended up like sitting in the bedroom floor. Mm-hmm. And my sister-in-law had lovingly and painstakingly, probably not painstakingly, but she had put 12 grapes on skewers and had 4 of them. She had one for each of us. Like they were ready. We were all eating grapes and we were all making wishes last night. Except for my nephew.
Who was sick?
Later. Because this was before he got sick.
Oh, okay.
So she did this before. She was like, I made you a skewer of grapes. And I was like, you're the best, thank you. Because I forgot to buy grapes today.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I had to take as many things as I could in appreciation of like, we need a better 2023.
Okay.
Than 2020 to 2022 was.
So I'm the granny who just went to bed at 10:30 anyway and just didn't.
Oh, you can't sleep. I can't go to bed until like 1 a.m. here because of fireworks and stuff.
Oh, the fireworks barely phased me. Like at midnight when they started going off again, like I kind of woke up for a minute and then I went right back to sleep. I'm like, I sleep like the dead. My poor husband was up through it all, but I fell asleep pretty good.
I love this.
Love that.
I really want to read that anthology. I like Dahlia Adler's anthologies.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Okay, so go around and introduce yourselves so everybody can know who you are. You all are tagged in the description. So if anybody is looking for your channel, they can easily find you. And then let us know what you're going to read during sprints.
Okay. Hi, I'm Shay from Shay Geeks Out. I have a multitude of options of reading. I primarily read books and manga on my channel. My book reading is going to change a lot. It's primarily been romance the last couple of years to get me through the pandemic, but I'm going to kind of go back to reading all the things I read. So I have the new Brando Sando Secret Project #1 on my Kindle that I'll probably read. I also have My Happy Marriage Volume 3 because I really want to start off the year with something strong that I know I'm going to love. This is the light novel, not the manga. So it's the actual book version. And I've adored the first 2. So I'm almost positive this will be 5 stars. I have my buddy read that I'm starting with my friend Lindsay today. So I've got about 50 pages I need to read in this one. We didn't ever send each other our page breakdown like we normally do. So I need to get that from her. And then I have a couple of volume 1s because I'm starting off the year with a volume 1 vlog to read. So I have those as options as well. So I've got a plethora of things. So I don't know what I'm going to start with yet. I'm going to think about that while y'all do your introductions.
I mean, that's why I'm making everyone else go first. I'm like,
okay. I'm May or Megan from This Past Romance. I read romance books, obviously, and I'm reading, I just told you guys, Can't Fight This Feeling by Claire Kingsley, because I think I got it for free the other day. And
this is Read What You Own, so you have to read something that you already own.
I was so upset about this, though, when I realized I was looking, and I was like, I'm going to get a new book, because I have like $40 in Amazon gift cards. I'm so excited. And I was like, it's read what you own day. I can't do that. So I was a little disappointed, but it'll be fine. I have lots of options if this doesn't work out.
It's always a good thing.
Ooh, Mallory, read Hamnet. Hamnet's amazing.
Ooh, Bunny's fun too, though.
Bunny's like weird though.
Yeah, I've heard.
So if you want to start 2023 weird, go with Bunny.
Listen, I gave it 3 stars, but I still recommend it because it just was so weird.
Yeah.
So weird.
Okay. Sorry about that, Ray. Go ahead.
No problem. I'm Ray. My channel is Bookmark Chronicles. I am trying to not only read what I own, but also make headway. I made a series spreadsheet last year, so I'm trying to read more series that I've already started and actually complete some. So I'm going to read The Bride Test. I liked the Kiss Quotient start, so I don't know if I'm going to like it. I'm hoping
ended up really liking The Bride Test. But then again, I have a sister who's an immigrant. Okay. So like I related to it differently than other people, but
I enjoyed it. I mean, it's different, but I really did enjoy The Bride Test. It's different than the Kiss Quotient. The one to know all the content warnings for is the Heart Principle, because that one is a gut punch.
I do know that. Yeah, I've heard about
that. I'm hoping to read that this month, so we'll see.
I got those two flipped in my head. I was like, one of these is supposed to be very different.
Yeah, that's the Heart Principle.
I enjoyed it, but I knew enough going in that I was like, okay, this is not what I'm going to expect. But I enjoyed that one. It's definitely, I think the criticisms of it are valid. And if you read the author's note on it too, she talks about like her family's journey and where she took the inspiration. If that makes sense, which I thought was like nice.
Like I said, I relate to it different just because of the experience my sister-in-law had.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Because she also had a kid.
Or Babel. Is it Babel or Babel?
Babel.
Okay. Because I've heard it said both ways. And I'm always like, I don't know who's wrong.
It's supposed to be Babel.
Okay.
Yeah, I called it Babel the other day.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Babel.
Okay, because I got a bunch of people saying Babel the other day, and I was like, I don't think that's right.
I could see that, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's just, I was like, is that right or wrong, or am I wrong? Okay, we've got some Christmas novellas, and then on to Golden Angel. That'll be fun.
Nice. Yeah, if you loved Catherine House, you'll love Bunny. So go with Bunny.
Sal and Gabby, I need to read this. I have that sitting on my Kindle from forever ago.
I married
The Merman and the City We Became, which I also need to read. Morgan also needs to read it, so needs to read your book, right? So that's good. All right, I have 2 choices. Do I start with the manga, My Love Mix-Up Volume 6, which I found early, literally on the 31st or the 30th, and I was like, oh, we can still buy things. Or I have Entranced by the Basilisks by Lillian Larch. Is my newest
Those are both going to be amazing. So that's a really hard choice.
I've started this. I have not started this.
So I would say read the volume of manga first.
I mean, this is going to be like a 30-minute read probably.
Right,
so.
and then go to Basilisk.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
Okay.
Yeah,
I go by the author and how they pronounce it, and they pronounce it.
Yeah, no, but that makes more sense, and that's probably why I've been hearing it both ways. And I was like, am I losing my mind? All right,
Christy's gonna read Lizard Man. Yes, read all the Primating Agency, please. It's amazing.
It's on my goal list this year, Shay, is to actually get caught up on that series.
And we love supporting the Black authors because Regine Abel is.
She is. I know, which I did not realize when I first picked him up, which was exciting because there's not.
And as soon as I went to her author page, I'm like, oh, even better.
Yeah, there's not enough of. There's more now, but like, it's been a very weirdly white space and not a great way.
Yeah.
All right, we've got The Detective Duke by Scarlett Scott, and more.
Right, it's so fun. I love it.
All right, so 45 sound good, everybody? Let me actually share my screen and get up the timer.
Where are we gonna start?
I know we gotta start.
Okay, we're starting with
you have like 10 options.
Usatoki. We'll start here. I
say start with volume 1 because then you're on track for your volume 1 vlog.
Yes. So I'll do that, and then I'll probably go to Brando Sando.
I think that makes sense. I'm gonna finish this, and then I will switch to my book because that'll put me on 1 book done for the year. That's my thought process. I'd like to finish at least 1 book today and 1 manga. All right, I'm gonna hit start and let's read, y'all.
Sweet.
All right.
Hello.
Hello. How did we do?
I did good.
What volume 1 did you go with?
Usotoki rhetoric.
Okay.
It was amazing. So essentially, this girl can hear lies, and she ends up meeting a detective, and they pair up, and they're kind of. This is going to be a slow burn. They become a couple situation, and I'm living for it. It's so good.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And the Brando Sando has way more romantic elements in it than I was expecting, so I'm very pleased.
That's a nice surprise.
Right? I thought so too. How about you, Miss May? How's your book?
It's good. I read 40 pages. I guess her dad, her parents aren't around, and her uncles own a resort. So she works at the resort, and she's in love with her coworker, and he's in love with her, and we've already seen the groundwork for this late. It's not bad. It's better than I expected. So we'll see where it goes.
Man, it sounds like a good build-up.
Mm-hmm.
His best friend just offered to help her because he was like, you both really like each other, and she was like, no, and he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna help you now. And she was like, no, it's fine, you don't have to. And he was like, I'm not asking, I'm kind of tired. So it's really cute.
Love that.
Right? How was yours?
It's getting better. I think the more time that they spend together, the more I'll enjoy it. The beginning is just like so weird.
It is weird.
And it's like waiting for like them to sort of get into a routine and start to get to know each other. So I'm hoping that I'm not gonna like it as much as the first book, but I'm still hoping that I enjoy it.
I really liked the hero in this one because I think it was an interesting display of like I think it's ADHD with him and autism too.
Yeah.
I think it's both.
Yep.
Both.
And I was like, I just really liked the mix, if that makes sense for that one.
A lot of people struggled with the heroine and her thought processes and stuff, but I found her very relatable personally, just because my sister-in-law was very similar.
Yeah.
Granted, she came from Brazil, not Korea, but or Vietnam. I forget.
Vietnam, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I think it's Vietnam, but I was like, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Vietnam. My bad.
Fine. So far, I'm just like, they're still like in that very weird and awkward phase. And then like both their thoughts, I'm just like, this is weird.
You're like, just talk to each other for 5 seconds.
Just come on now.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of it's like, just talk for 5 freaking seconds, please.
Literally.
I finished this. I
It's
gave it 4
amazing.
stars. I liked it. There was surprise fat phobia, whatever word you want to use. In this volume that made me really sad. Like he was like chunky as a kid. And that was when he like told
the blonde or the dark haired?
The blonde. He told the class he wanted to be like a food person, like do food stuff as a career. And then he got bullied and made fun of. And then it was like then I changed and was no longer fat. And I was just like, I hate this. I hate this. And it's been so cute. They had their first kiss in this volume, and I was like, it's so cute. And then they did that, and I was like, you
don't do that.
Would have been 5 stars. Would have been 5 stars.
Ugh. Frustration.
What, Ray? Sorry.
Oh, I just said you were so close to a 5-star.
Yeah, I was like right there. And then I was like, I got to that chapter, and I was like, really?
Yeah.
We could have done this without it being like fully like him being like, I'm never gonna go back there, fat phobic. I was like, this didn't need to be there. And they're like, they're so cute, and they're like dating stuff.
They're cute.
They're like them. Just a very cute, but it's still a good volume. It's still a good series. It just was like it threw me because this book has not had anything. And I know like Japan culturally like is not necessarily the fattest friendly place ever.
No, it's definitely not.
So like I get it why it would be there, but I was just like, ugh. Then I read what is this? Hold on. Like another 5% of Entranced by the Basilisk. I just opened the book to look at the percentage. This is very interesting so far. There's no snakes yet, and I'm just waiting. And we'll see how I do. I'm not a snake person.
Me neither.
I'm not either, but I ended up really loving I Married a Naga, so
I trust Lillian Lark. I trust, like, there are certain authors I trust to do snake heroes, and I'll be okay probably. So Lillian Lark is one of them, but I'm still like nervous.
Yeah, understandably so.
He's talking about shedding, and I was like, oh god, I don't want to think about that.
Yeah, I'm not a spider person, but I did read Ensnared by Tiffany Robert, and I was like, okay, it wasn't bad.
So I've been too scared to read it. So
I haven't been able to do that. I have massive
arachnophobia.
I can't.
Okay, never mind then.
I'm gonna try it because I've been nervous about it. Same thing. Like I'm like, not really my thing. I've not read from her, but all everyone says is it's amazing. So, like, maybe I need to.
I'm reading the third book this month, so.
Oh, welcome. Good you getting through it. I hope you feel better because that is no fun. Mine is, like, coming tomorrow, and I'm just waiting. Waiting. Hello, horror story. All right. 66. Yeah, Bunny. That sounds about right for Bunny. I think the whole book.
I've heard, like, it comes together at the end, and you have thoughts by then. But you're just kind of lost in the meantime.
Yeah. 20 pages. Great. That's great. 22% small. I need to read that this year too.
I need to read the first Monk and Robot. I have it. I just keep.
I've got to read the second one. I'm picking those up when you visit me, I think, because I forgot to get some during the hardcover sale. 40%. That's great.
That's great.
Do we have any? My biggest one that I'm just jumping into is making sure I'm reading books I own.
Same.
That's like my big focus this year is like, though the challenge is only 3 months, for the rest of the year, I do want to like try and implement good book habits versus the like accumulation that we tend to have as as readers in general. I mean, whether or not you make content, I feel like you have phases where you're just like bringing in piles and then you look at the piles and you're like, crap.
Must read them.
And then you read 5 other things that are not in the pile.
Yeah. I have 2 big manga projects I'm working on. I'm doing a Yona read along situation. Izzy's doing it with me. And then Marg over at Marg Reads Manga. So we're going to read through the entire series just one a week. So it's a very doable pace. Anybody's welcome to join. It's called Yona Along. It's lots of fun. The other thing I'm personally doing is I'm trying to read all of One Piece this year, which is over 100 volumes of manga in one series.
Yeah, you've got that's
so my goal is 2 a week on that one.
That's good.
So I've got a lot. Those are my big things, and then obviously the Read What You Own challenge that we're doing. I'm also simultaneously hosting Tackle My TBR, so that's where my manga TBR is focused right now, and then my book stuff is for Read What You Own. So
yeah.
Eventually, it'll merge into both, but for January,
you'll merge it after January, probably, but still. May, do you have any book goals for the new year?
My main one is one that I can't super talk about a ton yet.
Okay.
Is it a secret project?
It is.
Ooh.
How about that?
Yay, secret projects.
But it's to knock that out and have that ready by like the end of March. That's like 10 or 11 books to read and knock out.
That's a lot.
For me, especially.
Yeah. You might actually have to track your reading. Maybe that should be one of your goals this year.
I would like to do that. Also, is just be better about tracking my reading, but I hate spreadsheets so much. I don't know if anyone understands how much I hate a freaking spreadsheet.
You don't have to use spreadsheets. I don't use spreadsheets.
And Goodreads. I hate Goodreads too.
You can just make a Google form.
It makes me feel bad about myself.
Just use a Google form.
Goodreads makes me feel bad about myself.
Like, you literally don't even have to use a spreadsheet. You can literally make a Google form that, like, correlates all the info for you and pops out charts and everything. And you have it on your phone. You just put it in. Ray, do you have any goals that you're like? Oh, go ahead, May. Now you're like gonna fight me on this. I'll set it up for you.
It requires the same effort as a spreadsheet, and I always get really ambitious about my spreadsheet and stuff, and I struggle. So it's fine.
Just do a note on your phone. A note on your phone. Done. Every book you read, you write
it's
down.
fine.
That's all you gotta do. If you ask her what she read last year, she can't name them all. It's fine.
I have absolutely no idea what I read last year. Goodreads says I only read 37 books, and I know that's wrong.
Oh, mine only said 330 for last year, and I know that's wrong because I know I didn't track like half of it last year.
Yeah. And so, like, I don't know.
It's okay.
I'm going to make a better effort this year. It's not going to be perfect, but I'm going to, at least through this, I'm going to make a better effort.
I believe in you.
So,
Ray, do you have any goals?
In addition to reading what I own, I need to get better at remembering that I have a Kindle and that I have books on my Kindle and that I have Kindle Unlimited specifically. So
that's important.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, maybe I should cancel it. But I'm like, no, I want to read all these things. So I'm going to try to actually read them.
If you don't, just cancel it and then renew it on a deal.
Yeah.
And then cancel it before the deal's up.
I always forget I have Kindle Unlimited until it comes out of my bank account. And I'm like, oh, I just paid $11. I haven't used this in a month.
Yeah.
And I lose my Kindle for a pastime. Ask anybody. I never know where my Kindle's at.
I just got myself a new pillow.
Did you?
For my Kindle.
Oh,
no, cute.
Oh, cute.
And it says, hope is not canceled. Just be kind, and it has little peace signs and rainbows.
Oh, that's
and
cute.
Happiness. I love it. I just got it from Barnes. It just made me happy.
That's a cute one. I love a good reading pillow.
It has a nice little lip to stick your Kindle on. It's great.
Love that.
I have a book bean, which my laptop is on.
Mm-hmm.
I have one of these. This isn't mine, but I have a gooseneck.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a reading pillow, and I have a page turner, which is positive because I'm freezing. And I did get to sit here with my little.
I saw you like bundled. I was like, I'm a little jealous because I don't have a gooseneck up here.
Well, you can thank your mother.
I know.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have a gooseneck.
Nice house sitting for the dogs.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
surprised
house
we
sitting
haven't
for
heard
my
them yet.
Yeah.
They're asleep. On this. Okay. So I do think it was like fatmesia, fat phobia, because the way it was portrayed and they bullied him for being fat, like in the book. So is his response trauma response? Yes, but it's still fat phobia on page.
Yeah.
Like
It's
it's going to jar some people from a book that's been very like not having that. We have more love for the Spider series. Oh, Obelisk. I need to finish that series this year. It's just so long.
It is long.
And as a romance reader, sometimes I'm like, that's too long. Like, I don't try to be that way. I'm not like, I'm not going to read it. It's over 5. But I'm like, also, I'm a romance reader. So like when something's like 400, 500 pages, 600 pages, I'm like, no.
That's a lot.
Yes, Becky Love. I do love. Yeah, The Monk and Robot is one of my favorites. 66 or 63% through the Lizard Man.
Nice.
All right, we got somebody else.
It.
I've got to read that new one.
That's great, Brandy.
That's a good goal.
That's a good goal.
Yes, I'm pumped for Yana Long as well.
I thought about reading that on this, but I'm also vlogging it, so I'm like, I shouldn't be on a live stream while I'm doing it.
I will be reading those the week before the live show. Just that is the expectation from me. Ooh, okay. That's good. 50% reviewed. I've got to up my NetGalley this year.
Yeah, after I finish the Brando Sando, I think I'm going to do one of my NetGalley books.
Yeah. Google, seriously, y'all.
Idea.
If you don't want to do a spreadsheet, the Google form, don't make it complicated. Just track the author, the title, pages read, year published if you want, and like when you started it and when you finished it, and it'll literally give you charts. Like, it's very easy. I use a form to fill out my spreadsheets because I'm lazy. Pen and paper tracking, that's always good.
I'm a pen and paper girl too.
And Carrie. Okay, you're not the only ones who forget about KU.
All the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can ask you, Izzy and Shay can both tell you I'd never know where my Kindle is.
You don't. It's fine.
Where's your Kindle?
I never do.
It's in the gooseneck.
Right here.
It's in the gooseneck. That's the only reason
That's
why
the only
we
reason
know
she knows where it is.
I did. However, I did lose it this morning, and I spent about 30 minutes looking for it.
That is me and my AirPods.
That's fair, Mallory.
The case.
I have some books where it's like I have to do it all in one sitting, or I'm never going to pick this back up.
Yeah, I think Bunny's a good book to read in one sitting or within a day. Yes, this is it. Like, there are very few romances that pull off long books.
Yeah, I hate long romances, especially.
Mariana Zapata is about the only one who can do long well.
J.L. Seegers is.
I haven't read any J.L. Seegers yet.
Kennedy Ryan also, generally speaking, her long romances work well.
Hi, Sarah.
But they're like more epic. Hello. So nice to have the baby nap and have some reading time. Okay.
Yeah, my book of the month on Red Stack is.
I have noticed a trend that all of y'all that have book of the month do not read the book.
This is why I never signed up for book of the month.
You have the right plan.
I did not pick out a fresh book for this month. I didn't love any of the picks personally. So I skipped this month, but I'm planning on reading at least 2 this month. Hopefully more, but at least 2.
See some more long authors. Yeah, I mean, there's exceptions, but I just feel like there's very few that I'm like, I trust your ability to carry me throughout.
Yeah,
and sometimes it's not so much the author, because like there are people that write shorter books. I think it's if the content of it is good, like if the premise is good, the plot is good, I can handle a 500-page romance. But that plot I have to be sucked into it and be like, oh my God. I'm in my living room. I'm not there. Like it's one of
paranormals or like fantasy. It's a bit easier for me to handle a longer read, as opposed to just a contemporary.
Yeah,
contemporaries are a struggle because you can only have so much drama.
Exactly.
Unless you go into like romantic suspense or something else like that.
But then it's also like a rinse and repeat. Right? Is it like she just gets kidnapped 4 times? And you're just like, would you just stop getting kidnapped? Like, please?
Well, and that's my thing with like the long romance series too. It's like, how many of these books do we need? Like my mom, the series she loves, it's got like 8 books in it. And I'm like, Mom, I love the first 3. The Hades Hangman series by Tilly Cole.
Okay, yeah. I still need to read the first
or something. I love the first one. The second one's good. The third one lost me, because how many of these cult girls need to date motorcycle club men? Is it all of them?
It's probably,
because if so,
it's all of them.
Why didn't we just move the cult to the motorcycle club, or move the motorcycle club to the cult and just start marrying them all? At some point, we have to stop.
She's like, let's get this auction going.
Like, okay, let's go.
Line up the motorcycle guys and we'll auction them off to the different girls from the cult. It's fine.
Right, like the first one has a really cute premise, and like their meet cute is fine, and the second couple met because of the first couple, and then the third couple met because of the first, and I'm like, okay, we get it. Move on.
I love that.
My mom is the same person who will read the books that go generational. Oh, now it's their kids. I'm like, Mom,
I don't want to think about them dying.
Yeah, right?
Stop it.
I consider a long romance to be anything over like 450.
Yeah, I would agree.
I say that because like I feel like print like length can vary, with like book pages, but I think like 450 is usually when we're looking at like this is long. I really think there's a sweet spot of about like 375, 350 for most romances.
350 for me.
Especially contemporaries, yeah.
But like, I would say like, I would be like, this is a long book after 450.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if I would do that for a romance. 450 feels long.
It does. I mean, I think about like some of the books that I picked up that are like formatted weird and they are longer, but like it's big text is what I'm thinking. So that's why I'm like, that's why I say, like, I feel like after that stage, I'm like, okay, this is a long book. Like, I would put it in a long romance Rex.
Barely 300. And this is like,
yeah.
Fine.
And May, when it comes to long series, I read a series that's like 38 or 39 books in now. Like, it just depends on the series.
I don't.
She won't read Ice Planet. You know what? That would be a more streamlined version of Hades Hangman.
Ice Planet, though. Like,
no, I wouldn't.
Yes,
we know this about
they're
me.
Short.
They might be short, but they're aliens. I don't like the
He's big, he's blue, he's ribbed for her pleasure.
And he's got a built-in little dingly on the top.
He's got a built-in
Is that supposed to entice me?
Yeah. One of them carves her a dildo. It's great. Come on
Uh-huh.
now. You're missing out. It's Chekhov's dildo too, though, because like it shows up and like it's never used, and it's really disappointing that it's never used. May's like, I'm ending this friendship.
Not before I visit.
Okay, so 3 more weeks. Got it.
Not even.
Not
Like
even.
2.
I'm out there in I'm there in 10 days. I'm there in a week and a half.
God,
I fly in the
I don't even know what day it is. It's the 1st.
Yep.
It's literally the first day of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know what day it is.
Yep, Mallory ridged tongue. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. That's funny. I devoured a lot of stuff when I first was in.
No,
Yeah.
I love the Seven Brides for Seven Brothers series.
Mhm.
Like I'm so ready for more of those books.
I hope they come back. I haven't read them
I
yet,
hope
so I was
so,
like,
too.
well, I'm waiting now. All right, Ridge Tongue. Yeah. 350 is long. All right, I feel like it's not really a built-in barb. It's like a built-in like clip pleasurer.
Yeah, it's like a
I'm
It's
trying
like
not
a-
to summon the box,
it's like
y'all.
a piece of cartilage.
Yeah.
So it's like bendy and
Mhm.
moves.
All right, so I feel like the general consensus is over 350 is long for a romance. So
Well, it was like that Christmas book I was going to read that day, and I opened it, and it was 500 pages, and I said, no. What is wrong with you?
No,
And it
Christmas
had a
romances
stupid
especially should
name.
never be over like 300 pages.
there are so
Like
many
it
though.
was called Licking Her Christmas Cookies. Okay, listen.
Oh yeah.
That is a 150-page book max.
Agree.
I don't disagree.
Maybe
I,
200
pages.
when I first saw those books, I was like, "Oh, I'm going to read these," and I looked and I said, "Why is it this long?"
Yeah, something with a title like that should never be that long. Period. End of story.
There's no
You
reason.
can only
Like,
go
if it
so
had a-
far with that.
Well, and then I was like,
they
they're not
probably
hooking
didn't
up.
do anything
Yeah.
until like 450, and it would be like a fade to black, and then I would just be pissed.
It'd be like 75% in, and they maybe then he licked her Christmas cookies.
Throw the Kindle across the room, let it hit the Christmas tree. I'm done.
Yeah, you're
So
done.
I didn't even try. I saw it was
I wouldn't
500 pages and said, this isn't worth it.
Mm-mm. I remember I got really excited when I first saw those a couple of years ago, and then I got really mad. Really bad. I was like, "How dare you?"
Now I want a sweet snack.
Right.
You're welcome.
I love this chaos chat so much.
Always. It's like guaranteed. I almost feel bad sometimes, but I'm like, nah, it's more fun.
No, I love our chaos. It's amazing.
It's fine.
That's half the fun.
Anytime you all just don't want the chaos, just tell me not to show up, and I won't. You know, I'll just be like,
You
cool.
say
I'm
that.
gonna
Like,
take a
I
nap.
don't also present
No,
like
we
the
all
weirdest
bring
stories.
the chaos. It's
fine.
fine.
This too. I'm not looking for a big plot in Christmas books.
No.
I guess some people are. I don't know.
Are
I
they?
mean, the bromance Christmas one this year was cute, but it was like 350. But you had a lot more going on, and
Mhm.
honestly, you could have changed it to any other holiday, and it would work just fine. It didn't have to be Christmas,
Yeah,
so I think that's why it worked for me. It didn't have to be a Christmas book.
I could see that.
It just for
I don't know.
release.
See, when it's something that's like Christmas, either like I want that theming. Like if it's any holiday, I want it to commit. You know, that's the whole point of it. Like, give me the. Yeah, I think for me, slow burn. All of this depends on pining.
Yeah.
When it comes out, and same for enemies to lovers. It depends on why they're enemies, and is it actually enemies to lovers, or is it just like we had a disagreement and now we're enemies, but like we're not actually enemies.
Yeah, that makes a big difference.
I have found my enemies to lovers is when she thinks they're enemies and he's just messing with her. I love those.
Those are fun.
It's like, we're not, why do you think we're enemies? And she's like, we've hated each other. I've never hated, those are my favorite.
Yeah.
Like, if y'all just sat down and had a conversation, but you can't because she hates you so much. I can get behind those. And normally I can't. I hate miscommunication, but those, I get it.
I think those are funny because then she's like, wait, what do you mean? How are we here? He's like, nah, I've just wanted to bone you this whole time. It's fine. I'm gonna have to look at these. I've not seen that one. Yeah. Like, I thought you were in on it. Talk Santa to me. Is that, does she bang Santa? That's my question. I doubt it because it was at Barnes & Noble. But I can dream. Oh, this is YA. That looks cute.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I take back that it needs to be Santa because it's YA, but
Yeah,
she gets a
they're
perfect
good.
second try at a first kiss. Oh, this looks
love
cute. It has
that.
a cute cover. There's the cover.
Oh, that is
Uh-huh.
It's very cute.
That's very cute.
All right, are we ready to read our next 45? Try and get a little further.
Yeah. I'm at like 6% in this Brando Sando, so I'd like
I'm only
to
10%
get further.
in. I'd like to. I want to finish this. I want to finish 2 books today. We'll see if I manage this, but that's the goal.
You
Is
can
it
always
setting
read another
yourself
volume
up
of manga, and
with-
that's 2.
I would like to
with high
finish 1 and 1.
expectations.
1 and 1. Listen, it should work out. He's occupied with video games. It's fine.
And see, my husband's just
I
watching
did
movies
hear
downstairs, so
him.
we're good.
I closed the door because I realized he was
Same.
yelling. I was like, "Why are you yelling?" I was like, "Oh, you're playing."
Steve was watching Matilda the musical, so I closed the door too.
What? I'm
That
surprised
was
that's a choice
not
he made.
expected.
That is not what I expected at all.
No,
That
he
is not what I
loved
thought you were going to say.
He loved the original Matilda, so now he's watching the musical, and he's having a great time down there. So
I want to watch that. I need to watch that.
it's on Netflix.
I know. I saw it the other day and I was like, oh, we watched Elvis last night. Don't ask me why, because I felt like I was in a fever dream.
Okay, I can believe that of an Elvis.
I
movie.
need to know how you felt about it.
Okay. One, I was a little bit happy, but not thrilled still with them acknowledging where he took like from Black communities in Memphis, right? Like they did put that in there. I was
Good.
surprised. But like at one point he's walking down Beale Street and it's like the Doja Cat song playing in the background. And I'm just like,
What?
it's like a fever dream. You're just like, what is going on?
Is that movie really long?
Yes.
Okay,
We
yeah.
paused it at like 45 minutes and we're like, we're only 45 minutes in. It felt short and also at the same time like the longest thing I've ever watched in my life.
Yeah, my boyfriend was here for Christmas, and at one point I was really tired, so I was like, I'm gonna go to bed, but you can stay up, like do whatever. And then the next day he's like, yeah, I wasn't expecting that Elvis movie to be 3 hours long, and I was like,
Yeah,
what?
it's almost 3 hours.
Oh my
I would have
heck.
quit. I would have been like, I don't care enough.
Yeah,
I
am not that big of an Elvis fan.
we're not either really. We just like we're curious.
Uh-huh.
And Tom Hanks is so bad in it, and it's really
Oh,
disappointing.
really?
His southern accent is terrible.
Oh, I
We
can
were
believe
like,
that.
what
though.
is going on? This is god awful.
Well, now
then
it's
it's just
gonna
like-
be a man called Uwe.
Yeah, I know.
But they
I hate
changed
that
it
book.
to a man called Otto.
I hate that book so much. Literally, that man should have just killed himself. Like, he did not need to drag everyone down with him. That book is so bad. I don't think most people should do it, but I was just like, just in this book already, please. Like, you are torturous. No, but yeah, so he was bad. And then the movie just like, it's like this weird scrapbooky, like, filming style where, like, it's jumping around a lot.
Yeah.
And, like,
would be
lots of
weird.
clips.
Yeah. That
So
would
again,
feel
it
like a
feels-
fever dream.
Like a weird fever dream of a movie. And it's Baz Luhrmann who, like, he's weird.
Yeah, Baz Luhrmann does go the
And he went, and I mean, like, the Austin
Yeah.
Butler guy as Elvis was well done, I thought.
Yeah.
But I just was like, you know,
He
we
still
fully
talks
glossed
like that
over.
now.
I know. We fully
He
glossed
does
over,
good
like, the
stuff.
ick with Priscilla, though, also.
That is a big ick.
Interesting.
But Elvis gives me the ick anyways. Like, he gives me the ick because of that whole situation. Like, we know too much. Which is fine. Like, I don't care. But yeah, if you're curious, watch it, but maybe, like, also realize it's going to take you 4 hours to watch. And you're going to, like, pause it and walk away because, you know. Yeah, it was pretty. Like, it was one of those things where you're like, this is a really pretty movie. But then you're just like,
Baz Luhrmann does
screaming it.
pretty movies really well, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just was
Moulin
not-
Rouge is beautiful.
I think seeing it on a movie screen also would be better because, like, I think it was
Uh-huh.
designed for that.
Mm.
Ooh, that's exciting. Love a sapphic.
Yay! Oh, My Cute Little Kitten is an
Mm-hmm.
amazing sapphic romance.
Ooh, okay.
Like, they're college roommates who stay living together because they both like need each other.
Mm-hmm.
One is romantic. She finally admits her feelings to the other one in like the first chapter.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's where they go from there. And
cute.
I love it. I love it so much.
Sounds cute. We watched Glass Onions like right after Christmas. Yeah, Glass Onion after Christmas, and his accent also better than Tom Hanks. Still over the top. I just get tired. Like it's just a whole thing. Yeah. I've lived too long in the South, and I just get like annoyed. I'm like, this is not how anyone talks. Like, stop it. But like, yeah, it's just bad. So yeah, if you want a fever dream, watch Elvis, but don't. I just don't. Yeah, Glass Onion was good.
Because Tom Hanks has a bad Southern accent, I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to keep Tom Hanks in my brain.
I want you to watch the intro and hear the accent.
No.
Oh, it's so bad.
He will always be Forrest Gump, and he will always be the dad in the Burbs, and I don't want to ruin that image.
I was sad. Like, I was truly sad. I was like, what are you doing?
Well, see, he's been a music manager before in a movie.
True.
That Thing You
Do. I love That Thing You Do.
That's a good movie.
We watched it in high school.
I love that movie. Like, still to this day, it's
I like that movie.
If I'm just like having a bad mental health day, that's a movie I'll put on because it just makes me laugh.
It's cute. Mm-hmm. Well, and like the fat suit was just so bad. Also,
oh gosh,
in Elvis, unsurprising. They're always bad, but like I don't know.
But did they have a death scene for Elvis? Do we get Elvis dying on the toilet? I need to know.
No.
These are the important questions. Well, then I don't want to watch it.
No. There's no toilet death on the thing. It's just they do him like when he's like hanging out with Priscilla in Germany, and like that was weird. And because I was just like, red flags. I don't know. It just was weird. And then I thought about
it's like watching Great Balls of Fire. I watched that one time, and I never needed to watch that again. He married his 13-year-old cousin. I was like, no, we're good. We're done.
Mm-hmm.
We're super done. You're like 30. This is creepy. Mm-hmm. This was creepy then. This is creepy now.
Yeah, it was just weird. Like,
it was just like from the creepy and read our books.
We're just gonna go read our books. You're welcome for the Elvis episodes.
No, but it's good to know how you feel about it because I was morbidly curious.
I do think like the one scene I would watch is when he's like walking. It's towards the beginning, and he's on Beale Street, and they're playing the Doja Cat song because that was just like so weird. Like it just was so weird. Like it's the setting, and then they're playing modern music, and I was like, my brain. No, what are we doing? But yeah, I would say skip. Watch Glass Onion instead. All right. How did everyone do?
Good.
I exited out of the wrong window for a moment. That was close.
I got another 12% into the Brando Sando today. So I'm at like 18% now.
Mm-hmm.
And considering how long his books usually are, that's pretty good progress.
That is. I would say that. How long is that? Is that one like 500 plus?
I can tell you what it says on Goodreads. It's saying 384.
Okay.
But it feels longer than that. But I don't know.
Interesting. May?
I read another 30 pages. I decided to get some pretzels, and that was a bad idea. Because then I had 3 dogs staring me down. At one point, I could move my hand toward the bag, and all of their heads moved with my hand.
That feels accurate.
They got some pretzels. Like, I gave them some pretzels. They didn't go without. But
I'm so surprised.
Somebody, and I won't name names, but somebody ain't having it right now. The one who never has it.
Surprised.
Like, you've been quiet all day, and now you're barking. But it's getting really cute. Book is getting cuter. He is struggling. I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. It almost feels like a fan fiction.
Okay.
Like a group of friends are like, get it together. Why are you all being...
When you see her mouthing "get it together," it just makes sense now.
Yeah.
Clara called you on it, Izzy.
I know. Oh yeah, there was a whole discussion pre-live where I said that I felt
Yeah.
left out because I don't have an AE at the end of my name. It's fine, and I
Now
don't
you're
like
gonna be
Izzy with an
Izzy.
IE. I don't like that either, and I don't like the IE. This does not work. So it's a no. Also, hi Heather. I hope Shattered. I've never read that series. I always hear interesting things.
I read it when I was like a teenager, and I tried to reread it and DNF'd after 2 chapters.
That's what I've heard, which is why I've never touched it. Heather, you need to go read books. That is what we all here will say. You need to go read.
We've all made progress in our reading today.
Yes.
How did you do, Ray?
Read a few more chapters. It's still weird. I'm not loving it, but I'm still hopeful that I maybe enjoy their relationship once it actually starts. So
Yeah,
I'm just gonna keep pushing.
I hope so. I remember liking it.
Theirs
but
kind of
it's been a
goes
while.
from 0 to 60 pretty quick.
That's what I figured. That's what it's starting to feel like.
Because like it'll start to click for him finally, and he'll start to act on it.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for him to get it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's a little not with it always, but it makes sense also.
Yeah, and it's like he's thinking about her that way, and I'm just like, okay, so do it.
Like act on it already.
Literally.
Yeah.
May, are you done being yelled at?
I'm afraid to talk. Honestly. Because it's when I open my mouth. She's staring me down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's only when I talk.
Oh.
I think she's trying to answer me.
Yeah. Just
That's
don't
very
laugh.
possible.
I picked her up and I put her on the couch and she jumped down.
Mm-hmm.
She won't go outside. They have water. I just refilled their water bowl this morning. You had a pretzel. I don't know what you want.
More pretzels?
Yeah.
I put the pretzels up because they were driving me nuts.
I think it's
She's not done this all day. This is the first time she's done this today. I had to wait.
Let her speak. She's 13 and losing her mind.
You want to tell them your problem? Are you hot with that sweater on? I don't know what you want.
Maybe take the sweater off, honestly.
She may be too warm.
Because it's like 66 here today.
Yeah, it's warm today.
Like, she's...
You know, we were just
Oh,
negative
what?
18 days ago with wind chill.
Y'all are talking about how it's warm, and I'm staring at my snow-covered backyard.
Ew.
Gross.
It's not sticking to the roads, so it's okay. It can stick to
That
the
is
grass
good.
all at once. As long as it
Mhm.
doesn't stick to the roads, I'm still fine.
All right, more of the city we became.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Meg finished
Ooh.
the Tower. I've never heard of this. Okay. Interesting.
Oh,
I
cool.
love
I'm
that,
gonna check
though.
that out. I know I want to expand my Indigenous reading this year. It's one of my big goals. All right, you tackle your library. It's worth it. It feels good once it's done. This super good so far. She's like a mini Medusa. So
Ooh.
a book comes to she works at the like magical library where like they restore old texts, and she's the person that restores them. She opens a box and gets blessed, and basically becomes a Medusa, and they call it their chosen. And her director of the library is part snake, basilisk, whatever. And then his like lover is also, but like he won't commit to his lover. Like they just have hookups, but like they're also only exclusively hooking up. So we're dealing with a lot of the like, I want to be with you, but like also the other one's like, no, we can't be together because like I'm not, his family line's like not good enough for him is what he thinks. Like for the other guy.
Oh, okay.
His name's Jasper, and the other guy's name's Ari, and then she's Amelia. But yeah, it's really cute so far. Really, she's pissed. Like she's not happy. She has these snakes on her head. She's accidentally frozen 2 people into statues.
Oops.
Well, one was on purpose to save them because they got bit by like a snake on her head, and they're poisonous. So she had to like call them in, and like they're trying to convince her to move in with Ari so he can teach her how to control herself, like the snakes better, and like her emotions. It's very interesting. I'm like, this is an intriguing setup. I'm more interested than I thought I would be with snakes. But again, I also feel like Lillian Lark is just very good at writing really weird monsters. Like if you told me I was gonna like a Kraken book, I would have told you you're nuts. But here I am. I loved that book. So, May, do you want to try and say anything else about your book?
Before I say something about the book, I need you to know that I shut my camera off and I stood up.
Mm-hmm.
And this bitch jumped up in this chair.
She wants your chair?
What she wants.
She jumped up in the chair, and I just stared at her. And then she jumped down and went and got on the other couch. And she stared at me from the other couch, but she's content now. I don't know why we had to play a game of chase to get on the couch. Don't know why she felt the need to get in my spot. I think she thinks I'm crazy. I think she thinks I've lost it.
Probably.
Because she
They
can't
did let
hear
you sleep in
all.
this morning.
Oh my god, and it was so nice. They usually wake me up at like 5:30 or 6, and I had to wake them up at 9.
Oh, wow.
I was like, girls, we've got to get moving. And then we laid back down till 11, but like, it's fine. But it feels like one of those, he's very oblivious to the fact she has feelings, and she's very oblivious to the fact that he has feelings. And like her uncle is now meddling in it. And anytime someone that's not the guy is like, even like speaks to her, he like jumped down this guy's throat and was like, don't look at her, don't talk to her. And she was like, you taught me how to sneak out when I was in high school. Why are you doing this now? I'm 26. And he was like, I just don't like him. And I was like, so the family's getting ready to meddle too, and I enjoy that. So I think this is going to be a good one. I was nervous in the beginning.
I was going to say, my girl in her book just got a talking rat companion, so I'm pretty content.
I'll take it.
Very nice.
I love when he gives like a random talking companion to the main character when they go on their adventure, because it just makes it more fun. And apparently this rat has something very special, so
Like,
I'm sure it will play a part later.
I didn't even know about this bookstore, and now I'm excited.
That sounds amazing.
I know. I'm putting it on my list of bookstores I want to go to.
Nice.
Yeah, I love that. I love when you get like that many good recs too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exciting. But I think that's it for our sprints today. I feel like
We went a
We
little
just
longer
over-
than we originally planned.
I mean it's fine.
That's
I
okay.
figured like it'd be, you know, somewhere in here.
Mhm.
But yeah, thanks everyone for joining. I'm so excited. There'll probably be sprints next week. Next week's the hard week for me to plan anything. So if anybody else ends up posting them, I'll post them all over socials.
Yeah, next
because
week's
Shay's
hard for
coming
me
in
too.
Wednesday. So I'm like, I can only do sprints like 2 days, and I'm gonna be prepping. For having
Unless
guests,
we
'cause, like,
decide to randomly sprint in the same room, we could do that too.
we might do that. We'll see. That'll be weird.
It will be weird, but it'll be fun.
Yes. And then I know that Ray, aren't you hosting sprints in January?
Yeah, I think it's the very end of January.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
Yeah, it's like a
Um,
weird month for me.
I know that was my thing. I was like, I'm just trying to, find time, but yeah. So there'll be more sprints to come. We might do some impromptu ones while Shay's visiting, where like there might be the two of us in a room. There might be 3 people in a room reading at the same time.
It's
That'll
true.
be extra weird if we manage that on a Saturday when
Mhm.
May shows up.
I have already checked the weather
Mm-hmm.
for my 4.5 hour drive, or
Mhm.
4 hour drive, however long it is to your house.
I'm gonna give you the correct
far-
directions, so it's only like 4 hours.
Listen, last time was a whole adventure.
I know. I know.
I ended up on a 2-lane road for like 3 hours. I was convinced I was going to get shot.
Oh gosh.
There for a little while, I got real scared. It takes a lot to scare me.
Listen,
Driving on
backwoods
back- driving on the
Tennessee
road
and
like that.
Kentucky are
Heck yeah, that's a
very
scary area.
sketch.
Yeah.
Questionable at best.
Mhm.
Questionable at best. But yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll wrap this up. I'm gonna hit end, and we will talk to y'all soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.